How are you?
Good
to see you. Wonderful. Welcome everybody to Catfish Weekly, sponsored by Whiskerware Apparel. We are live from the Catfish Conference in Versailles, Kentucky. Gentlemen, how was your trips?
Mine was uneventful 2 days.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Chuck, you got you cold.
Yeah, it's a little chilly up here.
I'll tell you, these Florida bones ain't got used to this cold weather yet.
Well, it's pretty good. It looks like a great turnout. I think it's going to be a good time for everybody. There's a lot of vendors here. A lot of guys are giving away stuff. A lot of guys are displaying stuff, and everybody's talking about Catfish. So, how much better could it be?
I don't know how to get any better. I'll tell you, we haven't opened yet. It's 2 minutes till. There must be 150 people in here already.
Oh, so I'm quite sure that there is. Now, Ron, for the viewers, I don't know, this is Ron Presley, and Ron does a lot of outdoor writing and photography and stuff. And we got a booth set over there, and you and your wife and who else is taking pictures, everybody?
Yeah, the marketing people for the Catfish Conference, I can't think of their name right now, are taking pictures and people want them. Some of them decline, but most of them are getting their picture taken over there.
That's pretty neat.
Pretty cool, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, as far as I'm concerned, and you guys chime in on this, but it appears to me that this is already a huge success.
It is a success. I'd call it a success for sure. Chuck, what?
Yeah, we're at the perfect time for something like this to happen. More people's getting involved, seeing it's what it's all about. And what I like it the most is having all the product in one place at one time so everybody can actually get their hands on everything. The way the internet sells is you can't really get to test stuff out and handle the things. And most people go ahead and just order one of something to see if they're going to like it or not. Especially with rods and stuff, with shipping being so high, you want to take advantage of it and be able to get 3 or 4 of them and, pay for the shipping of one. And this is a perfect opportunity for everybody to get their hands on most everything that's offered in the catfishing industry at this moment.
Right. And we have not only media personnel like you, but we have Dave from Bottom Dwellers Tackle. We have Joe Lucky and Jerry Klein, and they brought some guys with them for their rods. And we got several of the rod manufacturers and tackle manufacturers, and they got boats and anything that has to do with the catfishing community, we got it. So people that's not got anything going on and you're close to Versailles, Kentucky, will be here till 6 Eastern time. That's a confusing thing for me. We're on Central, but
yeah,
6 Eastern time. So just come on down and visit with us. We're going to have a good time.
Yeah, the venue's really shaped up. I was in here yesterday evening when they're starting to put it together, and you consider we got a marina here, and they've got a lot of things to move. And Jeff Jones Marina needs a little thank you and a little just a nod for what they've done. They've really got a venue set up, and it looks like a regular old sports show anywhere.
It does, and any of the viewers that are watching the show live or watch it later on YouTube need to send Jeff Jones Marine a note and thank you for letting us put this on, and Steve Douglas for getting it organized enough that we can all get together and do this in the middle of winter. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think that this will only going to get bigger and better every year.
I mean, the crowd just keeps coming through the door. We're watching them pass by right in front of us here, and it's going to be a huge success, it looks like.
How you doing, Dale?
It's a great place to meet a few new friends and see a lot of old ones, too. I mean, I've got all these Facebook friends that I know by name, and I'm getting to see a lot of them today, and that's a pleasure in itself.
And we're going to have guys like Aaron Wheatley and George Young Jr. and Jason Mathena and Larry Muse. All these guys are here, and they're going to come up and sit and visit with us throughout the day. And a lot of this event is going to depend on how they manage to get things going, because they're all busy in the back, either setting up booths or talking with people. and we'll get them in and out and get as much stuff going and done as we possibly can, and we're just going to have a good time.
Yeah, they're busy. All of them are, but boy, there's a lot of big names here that I'm anxious to talk to. And, I think Steve Douglas wore out 2 pair of shoes yesterday and getting it all set up.
He was a busy man. He really was.
He was on the move, and everybody has been. But, we continue to just watch this crowd walk by out here. It's pretty amazing.
It is, and it's just from 2 hours before it was open till now, it's just been a steady nonstop stream of people coming in, and I anticipate it'll be that way most of the day.
Yeah, the folks got a lot of boats outside that they can look at. There's boats inside. They've got the seminar tent set up in the back that we'll be having regular seminars.
Right.
Long.
Yeah, and Carl Morse and Larry Muse. I'm not sure who all's doing seminars, but there's several.
Mark Blavel and Ryan Lawrence. I'm forgetting the name.
Yeah, Dave is
Dragon for Channel Cats.
Dave's going to do one on live wells and how to take care of fish when you catch them. So it's going to be a good deal. Ought to make for a really good show.
There's sure something for everybody.
Yep, there really is. Well, Ron, thank you very much for spending time with us this morning. You're the first guy to pop out of the box, so we'll get the rest of them going and try to get things lined up and keep it going today. And if you get a chance, stop by after a while, visit with us again.
My pleasure. It's going to be a great day.
All right. Thanks so much.
Thanks. Chuck.
Thank you.
Is Lena coming?
She didn't like that stuff.
Do you want to come join us?
Well, we've got Heath Malone from Indiana Hunter has stopped in to visit with us. You guys got in late last night.
Yep, it was a long night. Worked all day and took off after work. We made it.
Well, that's pretty awesome that you did. That's pretty awesome. So what do you think so far?
It's a good setup. It's for the first year, not knowing what's going to happen. Kind of impressed with it. There's a lot of vendors in there, a lot of things, a lot of boats to look at.
There's a lot of people and everybody bought a lot of products. I mean, if you want something, it is available here as far as getting rods or tackle or stuff. I know Dave's got a lot of stuff. And the last time I was back there, he hadn't even got it all out yet. So, yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff going on. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I believe that there's anything in the catfishing industry that you want to see is probably here.
Yep, and I'm looking forward to some of the seminars they're putting on.
We was just talking about that a minute ago. I know Larry Muse, and you actually brought a live well up for.
I forgot it.
Oh, you forgot it. Well, he just said that's going to be.
I was an hour into the trip and realized I had forgotten.
He'll be fine, I'm quite sure. But regardless, they're going to do one on a presentation on what it takes to keep live fish along in these tournament situations, and all that's going to be really good. And Larry Muse is going to be a great deal, and some of the other guys on Channel Cat, Mark Blau, those guys, it'll be really good. And I think that this is something that's been a long time coming to this point in the magnitude this it is.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
It should be a lot bigger years to come, too.
Yep.
It's growing.
Yep, it is. And catfish is just getting bigger and better all the time. You got anything for Heath, Chuck?
What tournaments you plan on fishing this year?
We'll be at Monsters on the Ohio, as always. We're going to go over and do the Twisted Cat Jack and Jill tournament. My wife's going to fish that with me.
Oh, great.
I think we're going to do 4 or 5 of smaller events closer to home. And we just picked up the Cabela's and the Bass Pro schedules.
Okay.
So we're going to look at that. And we're going to, I'll be fishing with Jason, as always. We'll be out doing some filming. But my wife decided she wants to do a little more tournament fishing this year. Schedules have finally freed up, so I'm looking forward to that a lot.
Are y'all planning on going down to the Memphis on that event to fish it or visit or anything?
Not this year. This year in the fall's looking like I kind of had to pick either Monsters or Memphis with our scheduling, so I'm just going to hit Monsters this year, but hopefully next year we can do both.
Yeah, it's going to give more people time to plan and save. Having 2 such great events a month apart, a lot of people won't be able to afford it, but there's no better time to have each one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, just save ahead of time and be able to do them next year. You know, the first annual one, go ahead and get it out of the way and let everybody work the bugs out.
Yep.
And then the second one should be a lot smoother.
I'm looking forward to seeing how that one turns out. That's going to be huge.
It is. It's going to be, you know, and these events that's coming up, they're very well thought out. They're going to be very well planned, and you know that they couldn't be happening at a better time. I think it's, you know, 3 or 4 years ago, I think that if they would have tried this, I think it would have been to a point to where I don't think it would have been as successful, and the guys involved now probably wouldn't ever wanted to try it again.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, with the guys that's involved, I think it's going to be very successful, and every year it's just going to get bigger.
Yep, there's a lot of people here. You guys are here. You went out of your way. Everybody's really doing a good job to promote this sport, teach people the right things. It's everybody's effort that's really making things big. Speaking
of the larger events, what do you think about the 200 boat cap on the Monster of Ohio? You think that's what should be happening?
I'm not sure with it, honestly. I've sat and pondered on that stuff, and you hate to cap it off. Because if it's growing that big and people want to attend it, I mean, everybody's seeing what's going on, and they want to be involved with something like that. So I'm not sure how they handle that. I personally don't want to see them capped off, but I know it comes to a point where you can't handle things. So I'm not sure about it.
Okay. Yeah, we like hearing everybody's point of view on all these different things. Mm-hmm. You know, I think a cap is good, especially for the guys that, you know, go and wait on the perfect scenario to fish the tournament instead of fishing it no matter what. So guys that come down and pre-fish an event, if a cold front comes in or they can't find fish, they'll go back home. Mm-hmm. I think having a cap to where you got to send your money ahead of time. The directors know exactly how many boats are going to be there ahead of time. And then everybody's going to compete at whatever conditions are there. Yep. Instead of just trying to find the conditions that are right for you. Because everybody's going to have the same conditions, so the competition is going to be the same. Mm-hmm. And I think the 200 boat cap is really going to, really help Aaron be able to get that starting field down a lot sooner than he has ahead of time. It's going to have the guys signing up quicker, and I think it's just going to be a lot better that way.
It'll definitely help out the guys running the events. That's for sure.
Okay. All right, man. Well, it was great having you.
Yeah.
And I hate you're going to miss some of them seminars to come to relieve me and Lyle, so we can go to them, but that's just how it is.
Yeah, we're going to have to work something out with that.
Before you leave, Jason, or Heath, what do you guys have planned for Indiana Hunter this year?
Just the same thing. It's we kind of just work around our normal working schedules, and hopefully next month we'll start kicking it off we'll start doing some channel catfishing. We love March for that. Get good
that's
days.
a great time of year.
So it's we'll get out and try to film. We try to put out a video once a month, and if it works out, we put out more. We'll do that. We're talking about heading to Tennessee and maybe film it again. But we kind of just go week to week and just do what we want. So we don't have any big plans. We're gonna hunt hard like we always do and fish hard. Just keep going.
That's what you got to do. It'll be a lot of fun. So we're looking forward to seeing all the production you guys get done this year. If you get a chance, you go ahead and throw Jason in the lake. It'll be okay.
You never know. It depends on if you reach down and grab that 50-pound blue next time.
Well, Heath, thanks so much for getting in here with us, and we'll. But we'll get you down here and be looking forward to getting with you a little later on, and maybe help us do some interviews and stuff and catch a break. So that'd be a lot of fun. All right. Thanks a lot, buddy. Talk to you soon, Mr. Wheaton. Don't run off.
What?
Don't run off.
I got to do a seminar, I think.
We got Monster on the house to talk about today.
We will.
Okay.
I'll be around.
All right. Hey, buddy, how you doing? That was Heath Malone with Indiana Hunter. Now we're going to have Josh Vanover stop in and visit with us. It's kind of hectic down here. In case you guys hadn't noticed, you guys are watching live. We have people running in and out of here in unbelievable numbers. It's just a huge deal. Josh, thanks for stopping in and visiting with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Boy, it sure is a lot of people here already.
It's really, really busy, isn't it? And I haven't been back in the back. Is it packed back there?
Oh yeah, it's getting packed.
Is there still walking room?
Yeah, there's still a little bit of walking room. Yeah.
No. No, they're giving them away to kids. Did you expect it to be this big?
Man, not
First
really.
time-
I
first
mean,
time
for
out
the
of the
first
box?
time out of the box, they really did some hard work on this thing and put together a good system. And heck, it's still early. I say this place is going to be really packed come lunchtime.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Later on in the day, it'll really take off and get bigger and better, stronger, more people. But there's been a steady influx since way before it was supposed to open anyhow. So I think it's going to be really good. Tell us about how your tournament's coming along this year for your Bruce Midkiff tournament.
I was coming on pretty good. I think we're up to the entries open January 31st. I think we're up to 57 paid that are definitely going to be there. So we got 150 boat cap on it this year. We came up with a $3,000 purse so far, sponsored money, just a $25 entry, and that entry is going to go to make a purse for the top 10. So if you want to get entered, check us out on Facebook at JKV Catfish and Tournament Trail Series and get with me.
And where's this held out of? Is this held or Owensboro?
Not Hallsville.
Hallsville.
Upriver from Owensboro, about 30 miles there at Carrollton Dam.
Good fishing up that way.
Oh, yeah, good fishing. Last year, I think Wayne King and Scott Webb won it with 132 pounds. Big fish with 77 pounds. There's some good fish above that dam.
Oh, heck yeah. That'll be really good. People have a lot of fun down there.
Oh, yeah. I tell you what, I heard people drove from New Mexico down here. Texas, Iowa.
I know there were some guys that flew in from Arizona. They flew in and then rented a car. So that speaks volumes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I know
Chris
that.
Flores.
That Muddy River catfish in New Mexico, yeah.
Yeah, you should
That's
New
a haul.
Mexico. It is a long. It's a long trip. So our sport is growing in leaps and bounds.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, I don't know that it'll ever be the magnitude of bass fishing unless the catfish eat all the bass up. But it is the fastest growing sport fishing, inland sport fishing thing gone, hands down right now.
Yes.
Catfishing industry is just growing. And you can not only tell that by the number of fishermen and stuff, you can tell by the number of events being held and the quality of the tournaments and deals like this. It's just, it's really going to town. So,
Oh, yeah.
we're extremely pleased that it's going like that, and I think that it'll make for a real good deal for years to come if we get the right things happening and the right people doing it.
I totally agree. Glad to see Catfish Weekly here anyway.
Yeah, we
Chuck come from Alabama. What, you come from Missouri?
Southwest Missouri, yeah, 9 hours for me.
Yeah. That's great. That's great.
Yeah, we're having a really good time, and like I say, if we can keep the people rolling in, everybody wants to get back and see what's back in the back, you know, and it's loaded back there. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
understand
It is.
that.
And,
So we're
you
gonna-
know, Steve had to, get that big tent just to,
Have seminars. and stuff.
the seminars are going to be huge. And, the guys that's going to be giving the seminars, people's just driving from all over just to see them. So it's going to be great.
Yep, that's exactly right. You know, it's going to be a lot of fun and there's going to be a lot of knowledge. So people can come in and have a good time and come to Jeff Jones Marine and stop in and check us out. Stop in the Catfish Weekly booth and holler at us. We got some rods and stuff in here to show you, and there's just anything to do with catfishing. And Josh will tell you all about his tournament trail and the Bruce Midkiff tournament, and he's going to be here all day pretty much.
Oh, yeah. We got a booth back there in the back. Come check us out.
Yep, absolutely. So
Better get back there before my wife,
All right.
kills me. I appreciate y'all having me on.
So I thank you for stopping in,
Chuck.
buddy.
All right, man. I'll have a good one.
So what do you?
The line at the door went down, but I think there's quite a few entrances also. Man,
It's amazing.
it is.
It's amazing, and people are outside. They're looking at every boat on the lot nearly. There's a guy that's got a tape measure. They're measuring. These people are wanting boats. They're wanting tackle. They're wanting information. They're wanting knowledge, and they're going to get everything they come after right here today.
Yep. Yeah, it's especially your rods and the other distributors that are here. Guys are just checking out, and actually getting their hands on everything and narrowing down exactly what they want.
And there's a thirst for this. People can't get enough of it, and it's going to take events like this. And for as fast as they put this together, they've done really well.
Oh yeah, it's especially being a winter event. It's come together pretty good.
Yeah, it really has. And we was here several hours yesterday working on stuff and getting it all done up. And of course, Steve was running around like a chicken with his head cut off and trying to get everybody set to where they need to be and help them find all the stuff they need to find. Excuse me. And Jerry Klein was back there and Jason Rath, and they're trying to put up their tangle with catfish stuff. And Big Dave was in, and he's back there, him and his wife and kids, and they're setting up their booth back there yesterday. And the last time I was back there, they didn't even start bringing in stuff. They're still setting stuff up.
Right.
And Ken and his brother are here from Fat Boy Rods. They're over here. And we're going to try to get all these people in here. Everybody's so busy, so slammed first thing this morning that it's really hard to get everything organized to get them in here. And we'll get some in here and get them going and try to visit with them. And we're just going to have a good time. So if we have to shut down for the first one, we'll be back. Hey, look, you got George Young Jr. You got a second?
Yes, sir.
Well, come on over here and sit
Come on
down.
down.
Hey, buddy.
Good to see you,
Hey,
man.
good to see you, Lyle. How you doing?
We're doing good. We're
Good
going to
deal.
talk about some Mississippi River monsters with George Young Jr. How's the tournament thing coming along?
Hey, it's coming along good. We're right at 140 entries, and I got some big news we're going to announce this week.
All right.
As of yesterday, we found out from Bass Pro they're giving us a 2072 Grizzly center console, boat, motor, and trailer. And all you got to do to be eligible to win it is enter the tournament. End of the day, we're going to draw for the boat.
Is this the first time that anybody's been told about this?
This is, well, maybe just a few, but this is the first time any public announcement of that.
That is outstanding of them guys to give away a 2072 catfishing boat at the Mississippi River Monster Tournament. This is going to be an unbelievable tournament. You got 140 people entered.
Yes,
The
sir.
first week that you took entries, there was over 100 people entered, and it was over a year away from the tournament date.
Right, we had probably right at 100 in like 3 hours. I mean, they come in so fast, Lyle, they locked our computer system up. The computer couldn't recognize it so quick. That's how quick they were coming
Yeah, I
in.
remember that.
man.
That was
The
awesome.
only way I knew stuff was coming in, we had it set up through PayPal, being paid, and my phone kept giving that cha-ching noise. And Leslie said, well, the computer system's locked up. And I said, well, the entries are still coming in because I can see it coming through PayPal.
Right.
And she was like, I don't know what I'm going to do, but we got it all sorted out.
How'd y'all end up doing that? The time PayPal received the money?
Yes, the PayPal kept up with the time down to the second. It comes
Yeah,
in
right.
order on your account. So that's how we determined that top 50 was so critical. Then that next 50 was really critical because of the other giveaways.
Right.
We had to keep, now it's not as critical after we're over the 100 mark, but that was really, really critical because we wanted to make sure everybody got in like they were supposed to.
Correct.
Well, you and I talked about this off and on for several months. And I told you when this become reality that it was actually going to happen, that I felt like right out of the box it would probably be the largest catfish tournament ever been. And that's not because of anything other than the need for it.
Right.
Mississippi River.
Right.
You know.
It's really the Mississippi River is the origination of blue catfish.
That's
That's where they come from.
Yeah, and you know it's convenient for everybody from Kansas City to Virginia. So
Yeah, it's kind of central.
it's pretty much, you know, it's not exactly
it's
center.
not dead.
It's not dead center, but you know,
It's centered enough.
it's centered enough. We've got, I don't know the number of states, different. I mean, they're from all over. We're still working on getting that figured out. How many different states we got people coming from?
Yeah, I mean, it would be so hard to have something like this, like on the James River, and then guys from Kansas having to go all the way to the East Coast.
Correct.
You know, something that's more centralized that everybody can, you know, have the fair opportunity to be able to join it if they want to. That's great.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's really just blowing my mind how big it's gotten, and we just the great sponsors. You know, this couldn't be possible without the sponsors and the catfishing.
Well, and the participation as fast as it come on was mind blowing to me.
Yeah.
But you know, when you go someplace, there's 3 or 4 major topics that like today. If you go in any conversation where there's a bunch of people sitting, they're going to be talking about Mississippi River Monsters. They're going to be talking about Winter Blues on Wheeler. They're going to be talking about the Cabela's Tournament Series, and they're going to be talking about the Monsters on the Ohio. And those are the major things. Now, you get out a little bit of it, they're going to be talking about Kansas City Catfish because they got a bunch of big stuff coming up this year.
Hey, they run it look like a great trail.
They do. They really do. And they've got a big tournament coming up this summer. It's going to be a night tournament on the Missouri River, and it's going to be a blowout. So it'll be a lot of fun. But that announcement with that boat, that if you guys are not entered in the Mississippi River Monster Tournament, if you plan on attending, you better be getting on in there. You're going to be so far down the line, you're going to be wanting to take Chuck in my spots.
Yeah, it's you know what's impressive about these trails like Kansas City Cats and stuff is the way that these guys are jumping on board to sponsor these guys. They had Lund boats come aboard last year, and I mean it's just really exciting to see these larger companies hitting these smaller trails.
Right. Now that is, you know, to take catfishing to the next level.
Yes.
You know, we talked about this, I think, in the first show back in the winter. But yeah, I mean, these big companies are realizing the growth of catfishing because, you know, it ain't about the money to me and you.
No.
But to the big companies, it's about the money.
It's
and so they're seeing the numbers and the money involved in catfishing, and they're coming in. You know, every day I'm seeing these new sponsors come into the catfishing, and I mean that's very exciting.
It is, and you know, you said that if the numbers aren't that important, they're not, because we're doing this for the benefit of the sport.
Right.
These companies that have millions of dollars and hundreds of thousands of employees, they got to have a bottom line number.
Right.
They have to have to survive.
Right.
But for you and me, it's about making catfishing in general better.
Correct.
And not only are we getting that done, them guys are getting their numbers they need to.
Right.
And that's the goal. You're not going to keep people like Johnny Morse from Bass Pro Shop and these other companies involved if the participation factor is not there, and it's there.
Yeah, and that's what, you know, participation factor leads to the numbers.
That's
for
right.
The big companies, and that's what it's all about.
And a deal like this just proves the point even further because look at the amount. And they're still coming.
They're still coming. Now, I think we're right at 1,000 people today, what they've got signed up to.
And I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's going to be more than that.
I think it is too.
I really do.
I was here with you or two early this morning. At 8:30, they were already coming in. They weren't supposed to open until 9.
Right.
They were just wanting in the door, and they've let them in.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Well, tell us about your new series that's coming up for catfishing up and down the Mississippi River.
Well, the West Tennessee Catfish Anglers over out of Ripley, Tennessee, they've started a small. Well, they've been a small club, but they're trying to grow that club into something bigger. So I went in and I helped them. I'm not running their club, but I went in and I give them some tips and things I knew about helping them grow. And they're going to have tournaments, I think 6 or 7 this year with a classic, and I think they're going to go as far north as New Madrid, Missouri, all the way down.
You're talking.
Down
There you go.
And they're going to go, I think, as far south as Tunica. But yeah, good group of guys, good honest group of guys. Going to be some good paybacks. This year probably won't be as big as 2017,
Right.
but they're going in the right direction. And if anybody can get out and support those guys.
Do you have a way of people getting a hold of their information?
They're on Facebook, and I think they're in the process. They may already have a website built, but it's just the West Tennessee Catfish Anglers. And like I said, they're still building. As we're talking right now, it's still in a process of getting it together. But I know they've got about 7 tournaments scheduled, and want to try to have a pretty big classic in November.
Very exciting. Very exciting. The deals like that, they just keep coming, and they're getting bigger and better, more professional every year. And that's what it's going to take to advance the sport of catfishing.
Yes, sir.
George Young, thank you so much for sitting in.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me, Lyle.
We'll be seeing you
I'll see y'all
this
after.
afternoon.
Hey, also let everybody know, giving away a free entry today. Come by, buy a ticket. If you've already entered and you win that entry, you get your money back.
You're going to win a boat. You got a chance at a free entry. Go see George Young for the Mississippi River Monster Catfish Trail and talk to him about how to get in on a free entry to their tournament this fall. It's going to be outstanding. Thank you, George.
Thank you, Lyle.
Hi, George. How you doing?
Man, what a deal. That's
It
going to
is.
be a
It's awesome.
huge tournament.
I gotta get over and sign up.
Yeah, me too. Come on in, David.
All right, here we go.
David, you come a long ways.
Yes, sir.
How long did it take you to get here?
About 7.5 hours.
7.5 hours. Pretty long trip. Awesome time. Did everything work out all right?
Yes, sir. Everything, traffic was good until we got into right into Kentucky, hit a rock slide. Sat in traffic about an hour and a half.
Oh, my. Introduce your partner to us.
Kenny Jackson.
Kenny Jackson, nice to meet you. I've heard a lot of good things about you. We're excited to get you to come up and visit with us today.
Pretty excited to be up here.
Y'all ready for David to take you out and lay you on some big dogs?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
It's hopefully we can get together, and David and all of us can get together and do some fishing this summer. I kind of want to make that work out, but this is going to be a real exciting year for sport.
I think so too. I mean, this conference right here I think it's going to do a lot.
At the success rate that it is right now, they'll have to have a bigger place next year.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
They'll have to have a bigger place next year.
This place is nice, and I think Jeff Jones Marina will let us have it here, but it's going to have to get bigger.
Yeah.
Bigger roof anyways.
Yep, I agree. And there'll have to be lots more parking, lots more vendors. And once everybody sees what happened this time, the ones that didn't show up will definitely, they'll all have to be here. They'll all have to be here. So that's just a given deal. So is that my hat?
This right here goes along with the giveaway today. It's a signed hat by Bill Dance. So get on over and sign up.
That's pretty cool. Signed it yesterday. What a deal.
Collector's item.
Yeah, I wonder if the ink's dry. So you guys about ready to start your tournament trail kickoff thing going?
We are. We fished 2 tournaments so far this year, and the first one we came in 3rd place on it. The second one we probably just should stay in the truck all day.
There's days like that. My feelings about that is that's how come they call it fishing and not catching.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. We're excited. Excited about this year. We're going to hit some pretty good tournaments, and hopefully we can find a little bit of success.
Well, good. Well, you had a pretty good year last year. I was very proud of everything you guys got done, and I think this year will be lots more of the same, and I think it'll be a fun time. Are you going to hit any of the big trails, big tournaments this year?
Yes, sir. We're going to fish, of course, the Cabela's tournament on Lake, and tournaments. Hadn't really made up our minds yet. We really try to go after the World Championship tournament. So
Good deal.
And I'd love to get up there and fish for y'all on the Ohio this year.
Well, I can't tell you that it is anything most fun is fishing tournament, whether you catch fish or not.
So
Most fun. We go every year, and it's absolutely been a hoot. And everybody that's involved in catfishing, from a very basic to the high rollers that fish our sport, they'll all be.
That's the thing, about this conference here. You talk to these people on Facebook all the time, and never really get to meet them face to face. And a tournament like the Monsters Ohio and these bigger tournaments, you get to shake hands and make eye contact with these folks.
some of you don't even recognize, and you've talked to them for years on social site. They're sitting there introducing themselves, and you're like, they don't look the same a lot of times. So,
We put our best pictures on the profile.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
That Photoshop helps out a lot.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's like the pictures that we do on the rods and stuff. Well, Vince, he can do amazing stuff with some really common pictures that I take. Vince does amazing work. So,
Have you been able to get him out on any big water yet? Big blue water?
No, we've only Kenny's fished Wheeler a couple times, haven't you?
that's pretty big water.
Yeah, it was
That's some of the biggest in the
pretty
country.
rough up there last time I was up there. We had, I think it was more of a time trying to keep the boat above water than it was trying to get the lines.
So far, y'all's chemistry's been really.
Oh yeah,
Y'all think it's going to be?
I think it's going to be a great year.
I mean, that's the biggest. That's what was so impressive about your last year was you didn't have a very steady partner, and fishing with numerous people, I know how rough that can be, and not very motivating, and you really can't get your chemistry and get that run going like you want. So y'all being able to make a run this year, right out of the gate, it's going to be a lot of fun.
I believe so, and you're exactly right. Not having a steady one person in the boat with you all the time, that building that chemistry and that teamwork is extremely important.
It is.
And I think it's going to make all the difference in the world this year, having somebody like Kenny in the boat with us.
It is. I mean, just everybody knowing what everybody else is doing without having to say a word, and just communications. Like watching the Dream Team DVD and the Massingales, he said, I think it's a good one. He goes, you need the net. He goes, I think it's a good one. I said, okay, I'm getting the net. So, they know just by what they say to each other, what's happening, what's going on. If he says it's a good one, get the net.
He knows to get the net and get those lines up and everything else.
When you get to a spot, you know exactly what each other's doing without having to ask. And everything's set up, the bait's in the water, and fish are hitting before you know it, without having to say a word. And that's the chemistry that's got to happen. And I'm really excited about seeing where y'all going to go this year. I think it's going to be a really good move, what y'all got going on. And that new boat you got is beautiful. I love that boat.
Well, thank you. And we appreciate it, and we're really excited about this year and trying to do an outstanding job and represent Mr. Lyle and Black Horse Custom Rods the best we can.
Well, you guys have sure done a good job for us, and we're very happy that you're able to do what you do. And last year's a tough year for you in more ways than one, but you prevailed and made everything happen. It worked out good. You survived. It's going to be a great year this year. And I'm anxious to get up to where you start bringing that young son of yours up fishing.
Oh, yeah.
I tell you what, it was hard to, I originally told him he could come up here with me, and we made a trip to Disney World a couple of weeks ago, and he didn't take that ride real good. So I figured we'd give him one more year before we get back in the car for a 7-8 hour.
We're so excited about keeping the ladies involved and the youth involved in our sport. But your partner, he's not very old either.
No, he's.
He's not like little guy. He's not like your son, but he's not. these are the future of our sport.
Plenty of room to grow.
That's
Plenty of
right,
room.
and we got to keep that going. And if you know, he'll bring up somebody down the road with him, and
David's son,
That's right.
you know, end up being his partner.
Absolutely.
I mean,
He's sitting on go.
Thanks so much, David, for coming on the show with us. Kenny, it's so nice to meet you.
Nice
We're
to
looking
meet you,
forward to
too,
big
as well.
things with you and David this year in
Yeah.
the fishing tournaments.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
All right.
Ready.
We're going to conclude this segment. We're going to take a little break, and we'll be back here in probably 15 to 30 minutes, and we'll try to line up some more guests and see you in a bit. Thanks for watching Catfish Weekly.